Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. And as you can see, we've got a completely different angle, basically because Basil forgot to bring his stand for his camera, and we've got a different background. So at the time of recording this, I am actually working and I am on a job. I'm working on this house. The house is upside down and everything. You can't see nothing. It looks kind of half normal there from what you're seeing, but the house is turned upside down for me to do some work. I'm waiting for some stuff to dry, so I thought I'd bang this review out and get this done. So what we are doing is taking a look at a beer now. Apologies for the for the angle. Can I try and lift this up a bit more? Will that be a bit better? Or will it be there? That's maybe a bit better. Yeah. In this one, we are going to take a look at a beer that was released a few months ago. I'd say a good 3 months ago. And it's from Northern Monk, and it's their Little Faith. Now, their Faith was a decent beer originally. That has been dropped. But this one is Little Faith, which is a 4% hazy pale ale, I believe it is. Comes in at £40 on the Perfect Draft, which I think is rather steep. But I managed to get it on a deal. I think it was either part of a 3 for 87 quid or something else. I can't remember. Or might have had 15% off it. But yeah, so we've got that coming up. It's in the machine now. It's out in the kitchen through there. So I'm going to go and do a pour of it. Obviously, you get your fiver back off the thing, so it's still coming in at like 35 quid. It's coming in at £3.50 a pint for a 4% beer. So, like I say, it's out there. The beer machine is set at 5 degrees. That's what they say recommended temperature. I have had some out of it, so the pour should be all right. So I'm going to pause the video and we'll go and do a pour, come back, and we'll crack on with the review. See you in a bit. Right, we're back. Now, the glass isn't very clean, to be honest. There's nobody actually living here at the moment. And I don't think the person who was living here was the cleanest person. So the glass isn't perfectly clean. There's not much cleaning stuff around to be having to go at cleaning your glass. I'm just rinsing it out in hot water. We've got lots of bubbles sticking, but there we go, beer in a glass. It's quite a bold sort of orange looking beer. It's a bit bright on my side, I would say, but it's a hazy number with a big white fluffy head. I've had quite a few beers out of it. It does look like the original Faith as well. These bubbles are doing my head in. Let's get them off. So yeah, looks pretty decent. So let's dive in with the nose and see what we get. We'll give it a swirl. Brought the PD away while I work, and I thought I might as well do this one as well. Yeah, on the nose, it smells quite nice. It does. Nice little hoppy note. Tropical, pineapple. A little bit of mango maybe. Could even say a little bit peachy. But it smells, although it's got a really nice aroma, it sort of smells light already on the nose. But we shall see. We shall see. So we'll dive in. Northern Monks, a Little Faith on the Perfect Draft Pro, set at 5 degrees. Let's dive in. Give it a go. Cheers, everyone. Afternoon quickie, eh? Cheers. Swifty even, not a quickie. We're having a beer, not sex. Yeah, and you can just tell it's a lighter beer. You can tell it's a weaker beer, shall we say. Straight away, you can just tell, which is a shame. But let's crack on. Feels very light, to be honest, very thin in body. Doesn't really surprise me, but it's one of them session IPAs or session pale ales or hazy pale ales that really have no sort of malt backbone to it that sort of carries it through and gives it a bit of bigger body. It's very much a sort of light hoppier sort of pale ale, which always come across quite thin, I think. Carbonation is quite sprightly, and once again, you're going to feel that when you drink it. I wouldn't say it absolutely kills the mouthfeel of the beer, but obviously it's going to have that little bit more of a roughness to it because of the body being thinner as well. I will say, you know, I always do that. When you have a bit of a head on it, it does feel a little bit weightier, but behind that, the body is still light. It does go down easy, and it has got flavour, but even so, it's still, the flavours in there are still light. But I'll start giving you the flavours. It's not, you know, it's a little bit wishy-washy to a certain extent in body, and the flavours are there, but again feel a little bit wishy-washy. They're not really punching, but like I say, you can't really expect that too much from a 4% beer. So on the taste, like I said, I'm getting pineapple, I'm getting tropical fruits on the nose. They're coming through in the taste. A little bit of mango, but I would say now I'm picking up a little bit of grapefruit in there as well. There's a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of there's even a little bit of pine, I would say. A little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of pine, a little bit of sort of pithiness, I'm going to say. You get that sort of resinous sort of feel going on in there in the background. It's not massive, but it is there. I'm going to say that pine thing that I'm starting to pick up, and the grapefruit and the resinous, is probably the nicest part of the beer. That sort of, I'm not going to say it's massively punchy, but you do get it. Whereas them fruity notes, the pineapple, are a little bit short-lived, shall we say. They're sort of light in taste. Well, they're there, but they don't sort of linger. Whereas the pine and the grapefruit comes in afterwards, which is a nice bit. 4%. Yeah, I'm really getting that sort of resinous sort of back feel to it. The 4% drinks exactly like a 4% beer. It's light, it's not too heavy, it's not hitting you with huge flavour notes. So you're not really going to get bloated with it. Are you going to get a little bit bored with it over time? Possibly. Is it one I would go for again? If I'm honest, no. I do like something a little bit bigger, a bit bolder. There's been quite a few sort of session pales, session IPAs come out on the machine, and I can't really say I've been massively impressed with any of them. Pardon me. There's the gas coming up, so it has got a bit of air inside it, shall we say. For me, if you like the light, easy drinking beers, this may well be up your street. Pardon me again. But I like something with a bit more bulk about it when you drink it. I like something with a bit more balls about it in flavour. But yeah, if you're a session pale ale, session IPA kind of drinker, and you like them light and easy going, give Northern Monks a Little Faith a go. Me personally, I would stick with Life and Death all day long from Vocation on the machine. That is a cracking beer. So there you go. There's my thoughts on this beer on the Perfect Draft. Northern Monk, A Little Faith. One for the easy drinkers, not for me. If you've had it before, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the different scenery. And once I've finished this, I may well go back and do a little bit more. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.